Welcome back to match 2. This is Old Man Poole. Unfortunately, we've got a no-lander here, so we have to toss it back. Opponent's mulligan down to 5. Our opponent is on the play. I think I keep this. We need to find forest or red stuff. It's a little bit speculative. I think I keep, though. If we have a forest, we're in a really good spot. My opponent might have a really slow start, and we get to play that Hardy Veteran C-Red combo. We just get to do it again. Put the Verdant Rebirth on the bottom. It's not a card we pretty much ever want to draw. It's not really very exciting. Alright, well, say it with me. Say it with me. All y'all watching out there. I need a forest pretty much right now. Forest. Ugh, mountain. It's the least exciting draw. Alright. It's a little bit rough because a lot of our forests come into play tapped too. But our opponent's not doing much either. Goodness! Well, it's 3 mountains in a row. The opponent's still not doing anything either. Okay, we'll get to play the Sun-Crowned Hunters on 6. That's how you know you're doing it. What is this game? He has to have a play now. Well, we've gotten Friendly Fire now. Probably means he has removal, which is good against the C-Red, but yeah, probably just has lots of removal. I think we probably still play the Sun-Crowned Hunters over the Hardy Veteran. This is more likely to eat removal than the Hardy Veteran would, and then we can still put the C-Red on top. If he doesn't have it, Sun-Crowned Hunters hits harder too. It's not often you see a game where a 6-drop is the first card played, though. Oh my goodness. Gonna get impaled. No? Something else. Okay, contract killing. Fair enough. The opponent did miss 1 land drop somewhere along the line. So we're definitely not going to play C-Red immediately. Let's play the Hardy Veteran, though. I guess one advantage to playing Hardy Veteran last turn is we might have been able to use Rile on the Sun-Crowned Hunters in response to something. Twilight Prophet. Ugh. So he's going to get to ascend immediately, right? Can I count? Yeah, he's got 10. You need your upkeep. Okay, it's good. We just have to kill it, I think is the story here. But we do have Unfriendly Fire, so should be able to, which is nice. He's got a combat trick. We're kind of in trouble, I guess. We still get to play C-Red. And tap out for something. I'd be happy with that. Especially if it's sort of dorky. Oh. Recover I'm less happy about. Uh-oh. We might just lose the Twilight Prophet. I think we're going to Rile right now. Need to draw a card? Yeah, probably do. Okay, an Aggressive Urge. He didn't kill it in response. Although, could he have anything? There's nothing that's power-based at that low. Alright, well, let's play C-Red. That does make a clock. That 4/5 Trampler, though. And First Strike. The real dream. Play a Hardy Veteran. Maybe should have used Aggressive Urge there. Oh no, we don't have another forest. Never mind. I think playing Hardy Veteran is better. We're definitely going to swing into Twilight Prophet if that's what he plays. I don't think if I'm my opponent I can afford to block unless I've got an instant speed removal spell, in which case we're maybe in trouble anyway. Amherst Bloodletter. That's a good one. Alright. Goblin Trailblazer I don't hate. Go ahead and go to attacks. So I don't think you realistically block here. Okay. I think we're going to use the Aggressive Urge. I think we just need to cycle it. Okay, Roska Frillback would be good if we had a forest, but we don't. We just have to try and kill my opponent really fast here, because Twilight Prophet is just going to gain him so much. We really just kind of have to hope that I had to hope my opponent hits a bunch of lands. The card's pretty unbeatable, especially through the recover. We have a good hand. We could potentially win even if he just gains a couple of life a turn, but... And we do have a fair amount of removal in the deck, too. We could find a whole slew of answers for the Twilight Prophet. 2 Dusk Legion Zealots is pretty sweet when you're this far into a board state. Wow, Sanctum Seeker? Oh man, my opponent's deck is sweet. Yeah. Wow. I'm not sure we can win this game anymore. It's a shame. Yeah, wow. Bombs all over the place. I think our best play is just to swing at the Hardy Veteran, but... It's not impossible my opponent can just kill us this next turn. If he has like a reasonable hit, like 4 or so, he can swing for like another 5. Game's just over. Alright. It is funny though, I mean, like I said, there's not real often that you're gonna get a game where no one plays anything before someone ends up with the Sun-Crowned Hunter. It's possible I should have played... Okay, that's good. I think we're probably out of this game anyway, but... Yeah, my opponent bricked on the Twilight Prophet. Do you get to draw it? You do, right? No, you don't. You just reveal. But then you get draws it always. Oh yeah, okay. Okay. I see the writing on the wall. Sir, let's see. So go down to 7, 6. We're, I guess, not technically dead. We're pretty dead though. I think I'm gonna call it here. Oh wow! All right, my opponent's deck looks really good. Wonder if we played the Sun-Crowned Hunters after the Hardy Veteran, if he would have killed it. Possible. It depends on what his hand looked like at that point. I am concerned this game now. I think I might bring in Slice and Twain. I think have a pretty tough time against Squire's Devotion, and White's likely to be playing some number of like Luminous Bonds and the like too. Got Ryle, I think. I wonder if Ryle should have just been another aggressive urge too. Like the upside on this one, we find Needletooth Raptor's pretty high, but a lot of times we just don't have that option. I think we got him. Oh man, mulligan this. We find green, it's okay. Reckless Rage can't be cast right now though. We only have 2 draws to find it, and we only have 8 sources in the deck. It's gotta be what, like 40% chance? Off the top of my head. I think we got a mulligan. Alright, this hand is better. It's not real great, but it is better. I'm gonna put that on the bottom. And I guess we'll start with the Woodland Stream. Hey, opponent, following up with a Forsaken Sanctuary. Living the dream. So we can crack the Evolving Wilds without really any cost here, which is nice. And we do have all of our colors now. We can play our Narazka Frillback next turn. My opponent's got a slow start. We could still get there. No 2-drop at least. Let's play our Frillback. Hope it doesn't just run into a Moment of Craving, but we can't really play around it either way. Opponent had F6 there, so probably means he doesn't have Craving. Sultan Sky Marcher. Alright, we will swing into that, and we will Sure Strike it if we need to. Yeah, will we Sure Strike? Maybe we'll just trade. Okay, opponent unwilling to trade there means that he probably has some other like smaller cards in his hand, and that also probably means he's not crazy bomb heavy. Because I think if you have a really great hand, you just block there and say, hey, I'm going to make it back off my Twilight Prophet or whatever else, but... Okay, another Sky Marcher. Mutiny doesn't look particularly good against them. So I guess we just get in there with a Rosker Frillback. It's also possible he has like Vampire's Zeal, which might be a reason you'd wait to block, in which case Sure Strike's gonna get him pretty good. Do we just want to pass and offer the trades? He has Vampire Zeal, we still trade, and that's okay. Yeah, I think I want to use the Sure Strike right now. I think this gives First Strike means it's much less dangerous. Okay, he does have Vampire Zeal. So they'll kill each other. We trade a trick for a trick and a creature for a creature. And at the end of this, everything's going to be dead. But our opponent's got 4 cards in hand. We've only got 2. They're good cards, but it's only 2 of them. And I think my opponent's deck has more star power than ours. Although maybe he's out of stuff? I'm surprised he didn't play anything there. Oh man, it's the same exact game as it was last time. Slice and Twain may prove its worth at some point, but is a dead card right now. Although Ryle would also be very dead, so. Hey, eventually you get to start drawing cards off Arch Varaska, the dream. But right now we're at 7 permanents. Mystery of Sunrise. Do we kill that? Do we wait for him to maybe find another creature for Mutiny? Cover. Ugh. And he puts it back on top. Oh man, Recover is just gonna be great too. I guess we let him play Recover so then we can Mutiny and kill something. And don't play in Friendly Fire. Sunground Hunters is a good draw. Actually, a quite good draw if he doesn't have an answer. So he could have like Contract Killing. That might be a reason why he was just sitting on his hands there. If he has it, he definitely plays it. But, yeah, play Recover instead. Sultan Skymarcher. Alright, well, we're gonna get to kill some stuff here, which is nice. So let's use Mutiny, like so. And then swing, and then if he interacts with us, we can Unfriendly Fire. No blocks. That is what I like to see. And we're on 1-off Ascending here, which is nice. Ooh, we want Verdant Rebirth. Sure, if he doesn't have a way to deal with the Suncrowned Hunters, that's pretty nice. And actually the Diviner blocks the Emissary now, which is good for us too. So he has to have a removal spell for the Suncrowned Hunters right now. Looks like he's got something big. That counts. Alright. No other play. So we can swing with the Suncrowned Hunters and Verdant Rebirth. Seems pretty good. Alternatively, we have a whole bunch of instants which we will just leave up. Can't quite get to drawing cards yet, but that's alright. Alright, well, we're gonna try for it. The fact that he blocks there is kind of worrisome, because that means... No, what could he have for 3 mana, though? I don't think anything. So we get to shoot him for 3. Ooh, Thresh Raptors is good. And then Suncrowned Hunters comes back to our hand, right? Yeah. But our opponent goes down to 8. We can't actually quite play it again, but we can play Thrash. When I played the Verdant Rebirth, I should have double tapped Forest, though, in case I drew another land, because then we could have played Suncrowned Hunters. That was a mistake. Doesn't look like it's likely to really punish us, but that was definitely a mistake. Penguin Glorifier. No value. I wonder what my opponent does have in hand. He must be sitting on a couple of lands, because he doesn't seem to have had a removal. Yeah. So we could Unfriendly Fire, but I don't think we need to. I think I'd rather play the Suncrowned Hunters. And just pass back. And have this available if my opponent finds like a Twilight Prophet, as that card's just gonna absolutely annihilate us. We have the City's Blessing now, too. Archerozka's online. Hey. So this costs us 6 to draw. Right now we have 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. I could just unfriendly fire and go for it. Assuming my opponent doesn't have anything. If he had removal, would he have used it? I think I like going for it at this point. This could punish us. I don't think it's even miserably bad if he has it. Guess we could keep that in hand too. Yeah. Anyway, what's done is done. We're swinging now. We have lethal if my opponent blocks the Thrasher Raptors. Blocks the Sun-Crowned Hunter, it's also lethal. He does have to have something instant speed here, I think. Or a combat trick, I suppose. Alright, well, I think my opponent got like super flooded that game, but did manage to beat the Nut Vampire deck at least once. I think I still want Slice and Twain. I think that there's probably more targets. And Ryle is just unexciting. Wish we had that Plummet that we passed in the draft. I can't remember what we took over it, but I'm sure it was something that we're playing main deck, which relied on those cards too, so. Alright, well, just have to get lucky one more time. Who knows, my opponent go down to 5 again. His hand is good. Nope, staying at 7. I don't like that. We have some good interaction though. We have Hardy Veteran. If we see C-Red, we get to go the distance with that. Aggressive Urge is not a bad one either. And eventually we've got Hunt the Weak, which is kind of nice with Hardy Veteran. And we've got Snapping Sailback as well. Ooh, Frillback was a good draw. Just a 3-drop in general is pretty nice. Okay, another Dusk Legion Zealot. I guess we could play Mutiny and have one kill the other, but that doesn't seem super good. Alright, so now we're to the point where we just need to start drawing lands, and then we're happy. We have drawn fairly well, I think. Rozka Frillback is a good draw. Aggressive Virgil isn't bad. We'll crack in for 2 here. And then play the Frillback. And we'll see what my opponent's got. So again, Twilight Prophet's bad for us, but if we find a land, we could kill it with Hunt the Weak. Wouldn't be the end of the world. And it's always going to be bad, and maybe that goes without saying, but sometimes it will be worse than others. Ooh, cool. So I guess we swing and use Aggressive Urge with the Frillback. That blow us out. If he's got Moment of Craving, it's really bad for us. We could Mutiny beforehand. That doesn't feel very good either, though. Yeah, let's go to attacks. And plan on trying to use Aggressive Urge to our advantage this turn. Ooh, if he's playing it now, we're really happy. Nice. We will Aggressive Urge. Opponent gains 2 life, but we get a card out of it. And I think we'll swing with our Hardy Veteran, but don't really want to swing at the Frillback to trade with 1 Dusk Legion. Sell it. My opponent got a little bit antsy with his Moment of Craving there. I think he could have got us better if he'd waited a little bit longer, but he didn't, so. Our value. Do we want to use Mutiny? Not particularly. Nah, I don't think we need to. It's cost effective this turn, but I don't think it matters that much if he wants to gain with his Martyr of Dusk. Okay, Sky Marcher's good. Evolving Wilds isn't bad either. So this turn, what do we do? We could Hunt the Weak, pull off the Sky Marcher, swing. We put it on our Hardy Veteran, that would let him trade a Dusk Legion Zealot and a Martyr of Dusk for it. We put it on the Rozka Frillback, that turns it into a 5/3. I think I'm just gonna play Thrasher Raptors. I'd rather put the counter there. Seems okay. Yeah, so let's play Thrasher Raptors, and we'll just pass otherwise. Don't really want to swing the Hardy Veteran into a double block. Possible my opponent would suspect a trick and not block, but I don't think I'm going to try for it. Do we want blue or red here? We do want to play Sun-Crowned Hunters eventually. If we find Adonis Climb, though, that will probably win us the game. I think I'm actually going to grab the island. We have a much higher chance of finding red. And I think we have stuff to do even if we don't find a mountain for the Sun-Crowned Hunters. I'm continuing to find his land drops here. Ooh, this looks big, whatever it is. 6. This is our Deathless Ancient. Hard for us to deal with. Ooh, but there's Adonis Climb. So at this point, we tap 3 vampires you control and it comes back. So if we swing with the Thrasher Raptors, I mean, he just blocks. Can we kill enough vampires? We could, like, Hunt the Weak and Mutiny. We'd kill off those 2, then he doesn't have enough. I think Adonis Climb, just trying to get value, though, I think is better. Deathless Ancient is going to be a problem, but we have a couple of turns before it's killing us. And which do we want our counter on? Do we want it on Thrasher Raptors? Our best play. Hardy Veteran's kind of tempting. Just because it then turns into a pretty good attacker pretty fast. Yeah, I think that's actually our best play. I could see arguments for all 3 of those actually though, but that's what we're gonna go with. And we're 1 card off of Ascending. We have Snapping Sailback, not too long, and some good removal. Okay, well, we have to kill it now. That is bad for us. So he's gonna be able to bring it back. Yeah, Deathless Ancient's pretty good. Reckless Rage. That'd been good last turn. So what do we want to do now? We want to cast Mutiny beforehand. Can't kill the Sky Marcher actually, it's kind of awkward, because to do so we'd gain another 5 life. We cast Hunt the Weak after we put the counter on this guy. It's a 4/6 in that case. I think we do offer the trade with Thrasher Raptors for a lot of stuff. For doing that, do we want to cast a Mutiny beforehand? Mutiny actually might be better after our initial attack, because maybe we could get him below the point where we can use the Deathless Ancient. I think I like that. Let's put our counter on the Hardy Veteran. Swing with the Thrasher Raptors, he probably just blocks with those 2, but it gets him down 1 more vampire. We kill off that guy, and he has 4 vampires remaining. Mutiny's not quite enough, so he brings it back once. Am I okay trading with this, though? Yeah, I think we have to force the issue a little bit. In which case, maybe we should get in with the Frillback, too. Even though it's kind of a bad trade for us. If we can keep the Deathless Ancient off the battlefield, Adonis Climb will win it for us eventually. So, I mean, this is fine, but this encourages a much worse block against the Thrasher Raptors. You could just block like that. He takes a fair amount of damage in that case, though. Okay. So, chumps, trades. I'm really happy with that chump block. That's wonderful for us. Okay. I guess we could have Reckless Rage there. Might be nice to have the deal 4 at some point. Okay, now let's Hunt the Weak with our Veteran. That should get us out of range, because then it turns into a 5/7. Yes, that's okay. If he has a trick, we're in trouble. Okay, choose our creature you don't control. Yeah. And we will leave up Reckless Rage here. In case he does have a trick, we could still kill it. One gains a fair amount of life, but we're doing okay, I think. He gets to bring it back. But we hit pretty hard again next turn. We still have a fair amount of removal in hand and a snapping sailback incoming. Yeah, not real surprising there. So this turn he gets to hit us for a fair amount, but if he does, then he can't necessarily bring back the Deathless Ancient next turn. Yep. This is powerful, but not necessarily overwhelming, I think. No blocks. I think I do want to use Reckless Rage at this point. I guess that takes away our chance to kill off the Deathless Ancient, but he's just going to bring it back at some point anyway. Let's kill this. Next turn we'll play Mutiny, kill off another smaller vampire. I guess kill off that vampire specifically. Crack for quite a bit. Also have Sun-Crowned Hunters as an option now. I think using the Snapping Sailback is going to be better though. So let's do that one to that. Go to attacks. I think we put it on the Thrasher Raptors at this point. Don't really want to flip this either. Oh, I guess that's true. We need to attack. So we'll probably flash in the Snapping Sailback to give it trample or +2/+0, depending on how he blocks. I'd forgotten that we didn't have a Dinosaur in play. It's kind of nice that we have the Snapping Sailback to go for it here. I think the extra damage is worth the potential to ambush my opponent. We take him down to 11. And we've got Hedon's Climb still doing really good work for us. And we've got a pretty impressive board state at this point. So he can't afford to swing at the Deathless Ancient, or we'll kill him, because this will put a +1/+1 counter and then flip, right? And then we can turn it into a 12/12. Hedon's Climb's stupid. It's maybe worth flipping it now anyway. We could turn this into a 14/14 for a turn. Let's see. We put the oh, I guess we can't put the counter on there. Suppose we put the counter on there and swing, then he trades, gains some advantage. I think it might be time to flip it. So we put it on the Hardy Veteran, swing for a bunch. These guys all swing, he's forced to block there, otherwise he's just dead. And we can always give something else a bonus too. Let's go to our attack, put the counter there, and flip it. And then this, we can pay 4/4, make it big. I guess this actually turns into a 12/14 for what that's worth. That's the creature's power. And now my opponent's just got some really tough blocks to make. Yeah, this card's good. Definitely was worth the splash this game. I don't think it's real often you can beat a Deathless Ancient, but we had a pretty good hand. Okay. Do we just go for lethal here? What does that mean? It means he's got removal, instant speed removal. Oh, he could have the destroy target attacking creature. In which case I don't really want to trade. I'd rather just take him to 1. So let's put on the Thrasher Raptors. That should still be plenty. Oh, actually, we just had him. Okay. He could have jump blocked there. We gave him ample opportunities. But maybe he just didn't realize exactly what could happen with the second half of the Winged Temple. Okay, wow, I wasn't thinking we'd be able to get through that match, but I think we played it mostly pretty well, and happy to pick up the win. I'll see you guys for match 3.